So we finished Silent Hill 2. And there is a lot that I may have gotten right at one point, and there is a lot that I may have gotten wrong, aka a lot.
You got a good bit right.
Some really outlandish things I never thought I would get right, I got right.
Yes.
Yeah. So for
Have you done
what?
research already?
No. Wanted to wait.
Okay.
So, the biggest thing that I perhaps got right, as a joking way, was how Maria was behind a lot of what was going on.
So, I'm gonna burst your bubble here.
Alright.
Maria has nothing to do with anything.
Okay. So, then I'm going to go back to my other theory that I am fighting amongst myself.
Exactly.
Okay. Okay.
Alright, so I mean, I don't know. How do you want to do this? Do you want to
Well,
start somewhere, or do you just want to keep asking me questions?
Let's do this. All right, I'm gonna pull up a little notepad.
Because I also have an after you finish the game note.
Yeah. So right now, what we're gonna do is I'm just gonna look back at all of the notes you sent me, and we're gonna start with part 1. So, Maria hate. Why do I hate Maria? Well, there's a lot of reasons to hate her.
Yeah, why did you do it instantly? Why did you instantly hate her?
If I came to a town that's already really weird, and this kind of course, attractive female comes up to me and starts basically harassing me and talking to me and trying to manipulate me, I'm gonna hate this person.
Uh-huh.
It was the very subtle signs of manipulation that James just didn't give two shits about. She was projecting a lot. Her body language was annoying. So just that right off the rip, it just made me want to hate this character.
Which obviously was for a good reason now that you finished the game.
Now that I finished the game, I know that she wasn't, and I just knew. I didn't have any solid proof, of course, but I knew that she wasn't a good person. I wasn't having it. I wasn't dealing with it. I wasn't gonna attempt to pretend to deal with it like she's just really bad at social cues. I did not like Maria. Okay, let's move on to a few other things. So this is something that just kind of just bothered me in a little bit. All of the enemies in the game were female-ish sorts. Like, there was no, besides the bosses, of course.
I could not wait to talk to you about this part.
Okay.
Go on, or are you ready for me to tell you?
Let me tell you my side. So we got the docks, we got Bubble Bitch, we got Mannequin with 4 arms that's always moaning for some reason, and then the variant that crawls on the walls. Bugs, I don't know if you would consider that, but I mean, it does deal damage to you. And those are the ones that I think that's all of them.
There's also the Mandarin.
Which one's that?
The Medusa.
I mean, that's a boss, though.
Yeah, but it became a common enemy.
Yeah.
Remember, they were walking under the...
Right. You're right. Yeah. So then we got the Mandarin. And, yeah, I just found it very strange that they're all female-esque type enemy.
Yes. That is a very astute observation.
Another astute observation is that with all of the bosses, they are in correlation to the people who are there. They're not just like, hey, what's up? I do this.
Yeah.
So, like, Abstract Daddy represents sexual assault. We have.
What happened to Angela?
Correct. We have Flesh Lips, what we call. This is the one that I'm just most confused about. The other ones I can kind of connect the dots. With Flesh Lips, I'm kind of just like, huh, okay.
So I guess I'll just tell you, just ask a question when you want to know something. I don't want to stop your train of thought.
I don't have a system set up on my end, so I guess I'm just gonna go down this list still. So, nurses, how they're female, we discussed that. So then, yeah, I guess then Flesh Lips is next on the list. I don't understand the origins of this character, and I didn't pick up any clues as to what this could mean.
All right, so the way you want to do this, do you just want to go through your whole list and then I'll just answer all your questions?
Well,
or do we want to answer?
We could just do your list.
My after the game list?
Yeah, why not? And then I'll ask questions according to what you wrote down.
Yeah. Sorry, I was talking to Jennifer.
You're good, you're good.
All right. Sure. After game list. So the after game list is actually scenes from your playthrough and how they're relevant to being talked about after you finish the game.
Well, let me pull up the stream then real quick.
So we start at episode 7 is when some serious stuff started happening.
Going to episodes part 7, I think is what I call it. All right, I'm ready.
All right, do you want to like stream it and we'll talk about it? Are you? I don't see a stream.
Oh, I mean on YouTube I have, but I could.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, I'll just pull up your
Discord.
stream.
I can stream on Discord because there's gonna be a latency.
No, I'll just watch the YouTube thing and then. I mean, it has the least latency.
I didn't enable it. It's on normal latency right now.
For YouTube?
Yeah, because I had it on low latency, but I switched it to normal latency, so the quality was a little bit better.
Okay, so what would you rather me watch it on just Discord?
Let me stream on Discord, so it's kind of instant. I'm streaming on 2 platforms.
Which, by the way, still giving you props for the editing that you did.
The editing, did you like it?
That was really cool.
So, I'm kind of just been exploring myself. I guess you can call this TMI. I've been like just talking with people, like exploring myself a little bit more about like when I find these brainwave moments and like how it just goes off into, oh my god, this is genius. Like the whole shitpost mod thing, like how did I get in that mindset? And so
yeah,
how I do it is I put myself in a environment such as music. That's the biggest one for me, relating to this subject. So for example, I was listening to Silent Hill at work, and as I'm listening to Silent Hill at work, I start getting these brainwaves and I start writing things down, and I'm like, okay, cool, so let's go off of that.
Oh my god, I love white noise playing in the background.
Yeah,
another one of my favorite tracks.
okay, so this is just shit that like just popped in my head at work. This is my phone screen, if you can see it. So YouTube, how to make cover recording. I didn't get to that. When finished with the intro, create dialogue, pretend live, and switch to a clear setup. So that just popped in my head. Have Silent Hill panorama shots play. I kind of if that, put up curtain for background, so you see that up right now. Countdown to
Yeah.
stream starting soon. Thumbnail James, we are the same. Previous on Silent Hill. I didn't get to doing that because I kind of just wanted it to be something quick and simple. Save the light in the distance dialogue, so I did that whole thing.
I
Transition
like that
from
part.
stream starting soon to intro glitch effect. I was thinking like, how can I like transition my stream starting soon to like a fluent kind of what's the word? Or just
It's just like a smooth transition.
smooth transition where it's like, what the hell? And it just smooths on. I didn't get to the voice effect. I had some songs that I used, and it was just like these brainwaves that kind of just popped in my head at work. I'm like, okay, yeah, let's do this. Let's get home and let's see what I can do.
I thought it turned out really good.
Hell yeah. So I just downloaded CapCut. I'm like, all right, cool. Let's put my ideas to work. So let's continue the stream then. Where are we starting for Silent Hill Part 7?
Okay, my first note is at 1 hour 47:40.
Oh, the gallows. Okay. So in this scene, we are choosing. I assume that we were kind of open choice. The fact that I realized that there is now multiple endings. So,
if I remember correctly, the way this puzzle works is that it doesn't really matter.
Yeah, it does.
Like, I forget, it either doesn't matter or you really did just choose the right one.
Really?
Yeah.
I felt like it was definitely like choice based.
So, with the other endings, I don't believe that this affects it.
Okay.
But this title is called Holy Shit, If He Only Knew the Ending, bring this clip back up when he finishes the game. So what do you say? I forget.
Hey, yo!
That. That.
Hey, yo!
Such an iconic scene from the game.
I think that's all I say, unless you're talking about earlier when I make my decision.
The fuck are we on?
Alright, you either say something here, or it was just about that scene in general.
Okay. Am I dead yet? Am I dead yet? I said that.
I'm pretty sure you say something.
I can.
What's your name? I'm not doing this Majora's Mask shit bullshit.
Oh, okay, yeah. Go back a couple seconds.
I'm not doing this Majora's Mask shit
Go back
bullshit.
more.
What's your name?
Okay, yeah, just keep playing it from here.
I'm not doing this Majora's Mask shit bullshit.
Alright, so the whole Majora's Mask thing you're talking about.
Yeah.
So, James either is or isn't dead. It's kind of hard to say. There's not really a clear consensus with the community.
Okay.
When it said justified, that means justified. Justification. They were adjust to doing it.
Alright, so jumping down into that pit, right?
Yeah.
This is supposed to represent, like, you know, James going into a deeper part of his mind.
Okay.
I mean, that's the whole thing. It's like when you're saying, like, how is James still alive and all that?
Yeah.
Yeah, of course, a jump from that would, like, break your legs and kill you, but
Yeah.
it's just supposed to represent him getting deeper into his own psyche, just, you know,
Okay.
deeper
Yeah.
into the rabbit hole.
Yeah. Okay. That was that was something that I had a good strong feeling about. I wanted to believe that this was like some I'm physically going through stuff, but then I just started getting the vibe where like I didn't know how to say it, but I was like, I'm battling against myself, and I said it. I'm like, no, I cannot elaborate. I'm like, I just got that
Uh,
gut wrenching feeling.
yeah. All right, so that was that, and I guess I'll give you some building blocks for Silent Hill. So Silent Hill, I believe, in this universe is a normal place that does creepy stuff to people. Like the place itself is like an entity. Like think of it like a SCP almost.
Okay.
So essentially, the town like calls to people, like reaches out to
Yeah,
them, like
yeah,
it gets them there, and it's usually because these people need to like figure it out. Like they need to like resolve something.
right.
So obviously James was called here because he killed Mary.
Yeah, yeah, I got that part.
So that just sets the stage for Silent Hill.
Yeah, I get that part.
Okay. So a minute 56 or an hour 56. So you were asking about flesh lives,
Uh,
or is it the abstract daddy fight?
This is abstract
how would
daddy
you
fight.
describe that?
Oh, that's weird.
Just like the last boss, it was like a cage flips.
Oh, okay. So you literally
This is
say it.
a
I just say it.
Okay. These are just timestamps, so like when we go to them, I'll know what we need to talk about.
Okay.
All right. So I'll tell you what Flesh Lips was.
Sure.
So remember that part at the end of the game when Mary, not Maria, but Mary was like being really like angry towards James, like telling him to leave and
Yeah.
go.
When I was like walking down the hallway, I'm like, all right, fine, I'll walk away. And she's like, no, come back. That part.
So Flesh Lips is supposed to represent Mary, like yelling at James and being really mean with him while she was basically at the hospital.
Okay.
Makes sense?
No, it makes sense. Yeah. Like I was going off of like everything symbolizes something, you know. I'm just trying to find the
Everything.
attachment.
And here's another thing I'll throw in. Almost every single letter or note you pick up has a part of James's psyche in it. So, like, I don't
Like
know if
even
you
like
remember all the.
typed letters.
Yeah, like it could be literally part of Silent Hill, but there's just a little bit of James in everything because Silent Hill built like it like builds itself
Yeah, of course.
around
Right,
James.
right, right. I get that part. I get that part.
So
It's tailored to me.
exactly. So like when you'll pick up letters, if somebody's doing something, it's because James is like it's probably something he would do. Or if there's like a criticism of somebody, it's because James did something similar. So if like you remember all the way back
Yeah.
at the flower shop and you picked up a letter saying like, "Oh, this guy came in, he bought flowers, he was acting really weird," it's because
Yeah.
that's what it. We can assume that James did that one time when him and Mary went to Silent Hill the first time.
Yeah. Yeah, makes sense.
Okay, the next one I have is an hour 58.
or two. I'm not like gonna nitpick it and say like it's very linear. There's only one way to get here, but it really feels like it. Like from museum to prison to these apartment complex. How's Angela here? How did Maria, that throat cut bitch, end up there? Eddie. Oh, he's Eddie. Like
All
this
right, pause it.
character stuff.
So when you said Eddie, well, he's Eddie.
Yeah.
So it's funny that you said that because that's the whole reason like Eddie is so violent. People just treat him like shit. You know, they just call him a fat tub of monkey shit, you know? So I just thought it was funny that even you like saw this loser and you're just like, yeah, he's just a fucking loser.
Okay.
All right, go to 2 hours, 7 minutes, 10 seconds.
Reality. My gut's telling me altered reality tailored to me. My gut's also telling me altered reality, and I have the disease, so that's why it's tailored to me.
All right, pause it. So obviously,
Yeah.
my note says he got it. Holy shit! You just there's a lot of times where you just like throw an idea out and you like just perfectly get it right.
Yeah. Yeah.
So obviously the whole tailored to James and everything.
Yeah.
All right, go to uh 2 hours, 9 minutes, 15 seconds.
Tangent, I think Mr. Benadryl Man is the source of everything. And these characters that I've come across, Eddie, Angela, Maria, maybe they're just shiny little playthings to keep you distracted from what's really out there.
All right, pause it. So, what are your thoughts on Pyramid Head?
I think I'm Pyramid Head. He's
You
me.
think you're Pyramid Head?
I think I am him.
Goddamn, dude, I am so surprised you guessed that. Yeah, Pyramid Head is James.
Cool.
It blew my mind when you said that you like a lot of people like did not get that their first time playing it. It's crazy that you got it.
Yeah. Yeah. I kind of like after the whole like Mary clip, I was like, okay, I am Pyramid Head.
All right, go to 2 hours, 27:50.
Oh, the grave, I think.
No. Who would write that letter? That's the question, though. Who would write that letter? And this is a huge, huge, like, outlandish shot here. James wrote the letter.
All right, pause it. So, I was hoping that you would stumble across it
Yeah.
before you finish the game.
Yeah.
So, after the hotel scene, when you watch the videotape,
Yeah.
and if you open up your menu and look at the letter,
Uh-huh.
it's blank.
Oh shit, dude, that's eerie.
So, yeah, in a way, you're right. James did write that letter.
Dude. Okay.
See, this is what I was talking about, where like you'll get something 100% right.
And like I wouldn't be able to explain it, but like I don't
Dude,
know.
your intuition is insane. The fact that you just called that was insane.
I don't know, bro. I've just, like I said, TMI, but I've just been learning how to like trust my gut a lot more.
Dude, like, well, that's not TMI. That's good to hear.
Yeah.
Well, like, Dude, I got so excited every time you made a new episode because I was just like, oh my god, oh my god. I wonder if he's gonna guess it. I wonder if he's just gonna keep on like guessing it right, or not guessing, but like
Just putting shit out there and see what sticks.
yeah, just like putting it together. All right, so we're on to episode 8,
Scary.
and I only had there was like a bunch of clips from
Yeah.
episode 8, but there was only one note.
Okay.
12:20.
Oh, that's
Only to
Right.
This is real. Hear me out. Only to us. Only to James, this is real.
Right, pause it. So, yes and no. You kind of just called it again.
okay.
So, what James sees right there, like through most of the game, characters like Angela or Eddie would not see.
Yeah, like I get that now because like the whole fire scene.
Exactly, yeah.
The infamous you see it too.
The infamous, you see it too.
Yeah. I don't know if
And
it's
if
infamous.
you-
It sounds like it is to me though.
Oh no, it's a very like
Okay.
it's a memorable line from the game.
Okay.
And if you remember, Eddie during his boss fight, everything was cold, right?
Yeah.
Like it was in a refrigerator, and every time you were kind of around Eddie, it was cold. If you remember at the movie theater, you could see he's eating ice cream. You could see his breath.
Yeah.
It's because, he was bullied. A lot of people were cold to him.
Yeah.
And then when he murdered that dog and that guy, he became, cold-blooded, so to say.
Makes sense.
Like just a cold-hearted killer. That's why his like whole aura was cold, and why Angela's was all fires because she killed. I don't know if it was her dad or her dad and her brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. On to episode 9.
Okay. Fog outside. No one. Silent Hill fans.
I thought that was funny.
All right.
All right. 1725.
See if I can guess. Okay, the boss fight. Fat tub of monkey shit.
Let's see what you say.
It almost feels like everyone who comes here gets their own experience.
All right, pause.
Okay.
Just another one of those. You called it.
Yeah.
All right, 3450.
Mary, everyone here,
Oh, this tangent. Oh my
everyone
god.
we've seen, they're stuck here. They're part of Silent Hill. They've been stuck here.
All right, so here's an interesting theory that the community has about the game.
Yeah.
That Silent Hill isn't exactly like Silent Hill isn't the purgatory, but it's a purgatory. Does that make sense?
Yeah, for sure.
So there's a theory that because, there's 8 endings to the game,
Yeah.
that like James is stuck in a cycle and every time he does something different.
Yeah.
And basically all these people are here just, stuck on a loop until either they get out or they're just stuck forever. They don't learn anything.
Makes sense.
And obviously Eddie, his loop ends, and Angela, her loop doesn't end
Nope.
because
Just
it seems
walks
like she
away.
just didn't really, yeah, she didn't really learn anything
She didn't come to
to
terms with
let go.
anything.
Yeah. But James, there's with all the endings and maybe this stream if you want to watch him, that would be cool.
Maybe.
Or you think you're gonna play through the game and get different endings?
Probably not, no. I mean, maybe. I might if I'm feeling up to it.
I mean, it's just little itty bitty things you do
Yeah.
to get the ending. It's not really, you're not gonna see new content other than the final cutscene.
Well, if you want, at the end of this stream, we could watch all the endings.
Yeah, let's do that.
All right, cool.
All right. Ooh, this one's a good one. All right, go to an hour 31:20.
I really want to be surprised if I run into another James.
All right, pause.
Mm.
So, if you were to look around at the dead bodies around the game, they all look like James.
Really?
Yeah,
Wow.
and that kind of plays into the stuck in a loop theory. Like it's just different versions of James that failed.
Yeah. Yeah, I get that. Okay. Damn.
All
Dude.
right. Yeah, am I going too fast? Am I just kind of throwing
dude.
you into it?
No, this is awesome. It's just things I wish I did.
All right. 2 hours 34:50.
Oh boy.
All right, this is just another you called it moment.
Means
Yeah.
or what this means. Oops, I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I didn't mean to do that. I am fighting myself, dude. I am fighting myself. We are dealing with some interesting shit here.
And then your Black Fairy reaction.
There it is. There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
There it is.
I was waiting. The reason why I was waiting for episode or for you to get to this part was because I really wanted to see your reaction to Black Fairy because I knew you knew that song.
Yeah. Yeah.
Now you know the context behind it.
Yeah, it's sick.
All right.
I'm excited.
You can also stop me and ask me any questions.
It sucks because the version on Spotify that I'm about to play for you right now, it has the stupid ambience. So I'm gonna have to like download it manually.
Mm.
Like it's there, but like it's not something that I can listen to. Just listen to this shit.
Yeah, I'll listen. Is it playing?
Yeah.
That's where it's like cutting in and out. I can't hear it clearly.
What if we did? No, that's. Oh, it's playing on my TV. That's why. Duh.
Oh, that's weird.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't like that. That's weird.
Yeah, that's not something you can really listen to.
All right. On to episode 10.
Alrighty.
All right. 10:20.
I'm still thinking like this is just so outlandish, but I think James wrote the letter.
Yeah, you called it again.
Harry's. I still couldn't even explain to you like how I came to that. I just don't know. I just had that feeling. Probably not even.
I mean, obviously it was. So I don't think he literally wrote the letter, but he just imagined it.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure.
So kind of same.
Yeah, I get it.
And man, there was something between 10 and 20 minutes. I forgot to put the timestamp,
Oh my god.
but it was like
Mary.
I labeled it accidentally guessing a huge fan theory on his first playthrough.
How did I forget that? Something that I don't know. I'd consider it pretty. Oh.
I forget where you say it.
Oh. We're in the in. We're in the in. We are in. We are in. Where do we go? I don't know. We are in. Where do we go?
So, yeah, that's what I wanted to ask you about, really.
Yeah.
What was your thought process when you saw that scene? When you saw James, where it was revealed?
I'd consider it. Where what? What was revealed?
When you find out James killed Mary.
What was my thought process?
Yeah, like what was going through your head when that was like revealed?
So two main things. One being that we are probably dealing with like some multiple personality disorder that a part of us has done that we don't remember because it's not our personality. And the second one being, does this have any correlation as to why we are here?
So I will answer that. No, there isn't a multiple personality thing.
Okay.
So at the beginning of the game where you basically see when James is in the bathroom.
Yeah.
He's like looking in the mirror all weird and he's like shaking. Yeah. He's so excited.
He's shaking, he's so excited. Yeah.
So basically did you think about when James killed Mary?
I would assume 3 years ago.
Years ago?
I would assume 3 years ago when they said that's when she died. It was 3 years ago before he came to Silent Hill, before he got the letter.
Right, but that also comes into play. Why is what was her name? Laura. Laura. Why was Laura there saying that she didn't die 3 years ago?
I mentioned in part 8 probably that Laura was stuck in time and that she's not really 8 years old.
So I think it's a common consensus that all the people that went to Silent Hill, as they are there at the same time that James is.
Sure. But they didn't arrive at the same time.
No, that's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Like they're all there at the same time. So Laura, Eddie, and Angela are all real people actually there.
Correct.
And the reason why, Laura isn't like, getting scared shitless and all that is because she's a kid. All she knows is sunshine and rainbows. That's why she kind of strolls through Silent Hill.
Yeah, makes sense.
It is believed by the community that this takes place like the day of or like the day after James kills Mary.
Hmm. Okay. So sure.
And that's why in the bathroom he's like crashing out, just like losing it.
Yeah, that makes sense. The very beginning of the game.
But essentially he killed his wife and he was going to go to Silent Hill because he promised to take her there.
Yeah.
And he was basically just going to kill himself, but like he just loses his mind, goes into like full psychosis in the bathroom and just completely forgets everything and basically convinces himself that Mary's here and he's looking for her.
Okay. Okay. That's a solid theory from the community. Sure. I understand.
And the evidence for that is if I don't know about this game, but if you look in the back seat of James's car, there is a human shaped thing with a blanket over it.
Dude, are we gonna boot up the game right now just to see?
I think they added some tint to the windows or something. I forget.
Okay, but I get the idea.
Yeah. Um. So there, it is for sure that Mary did not die 3 years ago. James is just lying to himself. It's like at most it's been a week, and he's just holding on to the body, and at least it's like the same day or the day after.
Sure. Yeah, makes sense. Makes sense.
Okay. All right. 23:30.
Yep, Mr. Pyramid Head is Mary. Wait, what?
So I have this one labeled so close.
Mr. Pyramid Head is Mary. Yeah, Mr. Pyramid Head is Mary.
So what made you change your mind?
Yep. I thought for a second that after I killed Mary, she still existed in one way or another, and so she seeked vengeance against James. So I kind of
That
thought
makes
for
sense.
a second. I was like, huh, okay, so go back to episode 6 where I'm like, something is toying with us. Something is like creating this reality for us just to mess with us. And then that's when I connected the dots. I'm like, huh, could be Mary doing all this because, I mean, we killed her.
Yeah, and the answer to that is Silent Hill, the place.
Yes. So I almost had it.
Yeah, that's why it's labeled so close.
Unfortunate.
So, ooh, here's an interesting one. 26:35.
Who committed those heinous crimes? Those. James was the one who committed those heinous crimes.
Go back more.
Is tailored towards James? What if James was the one who committed those heinous crimes? Those frowned upon things Eddie was talking about, Angela, Laura. Like, what if those are just like representations of James in another perspective? Okay.
All right. So,
So,
yeah, all those people are their own people and they did do all those things.
yeah.
But they also are individual parts of James. Yeah, you got it right.
Okay. I get that.
So, this this is actually going to lead into something else that I want to talk to you about. All right, so um, with Eddie, obviously he represents, the killer in James.
Yeah, yeah,
And with Laura, it represents like the ignorance or whatever, like not fully realizing the situation.
yeah, yeah.
And with Angela, obviously you can cat, and you called out that like James has issues with lust,
Yeah.
and obviously that correlates with what happened with Angela.
Yeah.
So they all have a little bit of James, or James sees a little bit of that in himself.
Okay. Okay.
The enemies, that's what I want to lead or get to.
Yeah.
So what you're calling out is how they're all female.
Yes.
So let's start with um the lion figure.
Huh? What's the lion figure?
The lion figure is the first enemy you encounter.
Okay.
Those guys in the bags.
Uh, these thingies.
Yeah,
The
they're called
dogs.
lion figures, I believe.
Okay.
So obviously, um, this is supposed to represent like Mary, like just spewing hatred at James, and it also looks like a body bag, so it also represents Mary dead and
Yeah.
attacking James.
Okay.
All right, and if we go, what was the next one you saw? The mannequin.
Next one we see is the mannequin. Yes. This person.
All right, so what you're basically supposed to learn from this enemy is that James is a leg guy.
Okay. Sure.
Uh, basically, like if you look at it this way, he doesn't really see the full woman. He's just looking at their legs, being lustful, so to say.
Yeah. Yeah.
All of these enemies are female. If we go to the next one, what was that? The bubblehead nurse?
Yeah. Bubble nurse. There's two variants of the nurse.
So this one is actually, in my opinion, one of the more messed up ones. So this is supposed to represent like while James was in the hospital with Mary,
Yeah.
he was eyeing up the nurses, helping her.
Okay. Damn.
And what was the next one? The Mandarin?
Mandarin.
Yeah. So in the remake, they added this boss fight. In the original, there was no boss fight. They were only underground. And it's supposed to represent like James not being able to be free.
I
Like
suppose.
constantly like
Restrained.
clinging like literally clinging on to life by the skin of its teeth.
Yeah.
Because if you remember, while they're hanging on the underside of the grate, all you see below them is the black abyss.
Yeah. Yeah.
So it just represents James's struggle to stay alive.
Okay.
And
Makes
then
sense.
I believe that's all of them.
Yeah.
So basically, it's just the whole representation of James doesn't exactly respect females, and all of those monsters are scared of him because he killed his wife.
Okay. Uh, we can segue on into how, at first, I guess you can say the enemies were only defending themselves.
Yeah.
And then in part 10, after the whole cutscene, they have given up and they're just scared and helpless. They don't even want to
Yeah, and
fight
that
James.
just
They just take it.
after James sees that he killed Mary, he finally like accepts that he did it.
Yeah.
All those enemies just kind of react like they're all on the same page that James is a killer.
Yeah.
And that really all these enemies are representations of victims and not um, enemies. I guess simple way to say it.
Yeah.
Next one I have is 4020.
Bro, it's literally me. It's literally me. I'm fighting myself twice.
Oh, obviously you get it with what you said, but did you ever think about why there's two?
Only thing I can think of is like devil angel type thing.
No.
Yeah, I have no idea why there's two.
So the first pyramid head shows up after you kill Mary.
Yes.
The second one shows up after you kill Eddie.
Yeah.
Pyramid Head is basically James's representation of punishment. Like James believes that he needs to be punished for what he did subconsciously, so he creates Pyramid Head.
Let's rewind this then to what he says.
I know what you are.
You're me.
I know why I needed you. But it's all over now. I don't need you anymore.
Yeah. I don't need you anymore.
Right after James finds out he killed Mary, he accepts what he did. He doesn't need Pyramid Head anymore to be pushing him and punishing him to realize what he's done.
Yeah.
And it's when he finally puts up a fight against these two Pyramid Heads that basically Silent Hill realizes, all right, he doesn't need to get pushed anymore. He realizes what he did.
Yeah. And this symbolizes Silent Hill calling it like, okay, cool.
It Silent Hill and James. James is just
Yeah.
like, I get it now, and so Silent Hill represents that. Yeah, you get it.
Yeah. Got
I
it.
forget where and when it's said, but right after you kill Eddie, there's a couple of lines of dialogue that James has where he's just like, he feels really bad for killing Eddie, and he's just like, he was a human being,
Yeah.
and thus he subconsciously creates another Pyramid Head so he can basically punish himself for taking yet another life.
That does make sense. Yeah.
And if you remember way back towards the beginning of the game, remember when you like walked into that room and as you walked out, Pyramid Head like choke slams you like through the floor?
Yeah.
So at that part of the game, James doesn't really know like where to go next. So Pyramid Head kind of like shoves him to keep him going, helping him along the way.
Helping him along the way.
Yeah, if Pyramid Head didn't do that, James wouldn't have gotten to the next area and continuing down his path.
All right, let's look at something real quick. It was at the end of part 2, maybe. Wait, there's 2 part 2s? Oh, right, because like the stream took a shit. I don't remember.
One short.
I think I was using Facecam at the time. Okay, yeah, no, it's definitely way later. It was part 6 potentially.
For entirely.
Aha, yeah. So end of part 5.
It's gone now. What?
No, it's actually. I'm trying to find that part where I think Flesh Lips drags us. He doesn't kill us. He just drags us into a room. Is that what you're talking about?
No, I'm talking about Pyramid Head.
Okay, cool. So I wanted to discuss that. I can't figure out when that happens.
Sounds good. What's on your mind? I'm ready to listen and chat about whatever you'd like to discuss.
What is that?
I don't know. My assistant. What's up?
Hey there. What's going on?
We're talking about Silent Hill 2 remake. What are your thoughts?
Oh, the Silent Hill 2 remake. That's definitely a hot topic among gamers. What are your thoughts on it so far?
I guess she was listening in, a little nosy. But anyways, I was just trying to find that scene where we're fighting Flesh Lips, and then he's like, I'm done with this shit, and just drags me away, and that's where the hospital shifts into a different version of itself. Did you die? Hello? 'Cause I cannot hear you. Yeah, I can't hear you if you're talking. What happened? It broke. Did your internet go out? Did you run out of minutes?
I don't know what the hell happened.
Are you back?
I think so, am I?
Yeah, what happened?
I don't know, you like froze.
Everything just froze.
Yeah.
Weird.
Anyway, you were saying?
Last thing I was saying was how, I mean, it becomes very apparent that we get dragged by Flesh Lips, and that's when the reality around us shifts. That's when things change. The hospital changes. And that's like the first time we see it in the game where things change like that. We've seen it like a glimpse in the apartments where things looked a little off, but it didn't necessarily like change. It was just like a transition. Like, oh, cool. Now the area looks like this. Are we outside? Is it still nighttime? Is it daytime now? What's going on?
So, Silent Hill has what's called, I believe it's called the Other Place.
Okay.
It's kind of like what you were saying, like the Upside Down or whatever.
Yeah.
And you said I was like really gay at how you're comparing it to that.
Yeah. And I was dogging on myself for it too, but it was the only thing that I could compare it to.
So it's not exactly like the opposite or something of a place. It's just like a little pocket dimension or something you step into.
So I got that part right.
So if you remember that one time you stepped outside and you could like see under the street, and it was like made out of like a fence.
Oh yeah, I remember I saw that. I was like, okay, yeah, we are. That's where I got the pocket dimension theory from. Actually, was when, because like I was on the fence about two things. I was like, this is either an alternate reality or this is a pocket dimension of some sort.
Yeah, basically an alternate reality. It's basically like the main area, but you can see the out of bounds.
Yeah.
If you want to think about it like that.
Sure. So it's pocket dimension.
Yeah, the other place. Basically when Silent Hill like really wants that person to start digging into their own mind and consciousness.
Yeah, I get that for sure. The good, the bad, and the ugly.
Alright, I only have a couple more notes and then you can just fire away questions.
Sure thing.
Okay, 4250.
I think she resembles the lust I had for Mary. Yeah, let's go with that.
Pause. So, here's the revelation about Maria. So, Maria isn't a figment of James' imagination. However, he still was created by Silent Hill.
Okay.
So basically, I think it was a DLC for the original game. It's called Born from a Wish. And I mean, that's pretty self-explanatory in itself. Like, Maria was just created, and basically the town told her, like, hey, there's this James guy. Fuck with him, basically. And then eventually, since he becomes a real person, he starts getting jealous of Mary and everything.
Okay.
She's basically the pure representation of James's. What is it? What am I trying to say? Like, not accepting that he killed Mary.
Okay. I get it. Yeah.
And the reason she dresses skimpy is because, James is lustful like that. A pervert, yeah.
Okay. Just write this down. And then we'll talk about it later.
What are you writing, shorthand? Oh, nonchalant. Okay.
Yeah. Yeah.
All right. Yeah, that's all my notes.
A lot does not phase this Mr. Sunderland. James just goes through so much, and he just does not give a shit. From the beginning to the middle to the end, James is one of just experience.
So I don't know if this is like a generally accepted theory, but my opinion is it's a mix of his denial. That's the word I was trying to say. It's a mix of his denial and his murdererness. What am I trying to say? Just he's a killer. He's cold to it. He's cold to life, basically. So it's like when you see him attacking these enemies and he's not really phased, it's because he's already in denial. The whole reason his whole journey through Silent Hill, he's in denial. He's like purposely ignoring all of this stuff because he doesn't want to accept it. And he's a killer, so it's like it's not going to phase him to keep on killing. He already has it in him.
And the community already thinks that I already forgot what I was gonna say. Never mind. Yeah, I don't remember.
Yep. Basically, he's already a killer and denial.
Yeah. Alright, so I guess I was just going off the deep end with this whole stages of grief and the circles of hell. I don't think there's much correlation there.
I think there is some light correlation. I mean, this is like, I don't think it's something, it's definitely something I don't know, but I'm pretty sure like the developers could have totally gotten some inspiration from the levels of hell idea.
Yeah, so, yeah, greed, wrath, sloth, envy, lust, gluttony, and pride. I was getting on those vibes for sure.
Oh, absolutely. Obviously, we have wrath.
Yeah.
Lust. I don't know where like the rest of them fit in, but it just has those
Sure.
ideals throughout the game.
Sure. Okay. What else do we got? We got the numbers on the back of the Polaroids. Did that have any meaning?
That's actually an Easter egg, and it plays into a theory. So basically, there's items in the pictures, and if you count the items and you like take a letter out of the sentence, it spells out the phrase, "You've been here 20 years." The original game came out about 20 years ago. Or 2 decades, yeah. Basically plays into it's either like a wink and a nod to the community that people have been loving this game for 2 decades, or that James has been stuck in a cycle for 20 years.
Yeah.
And that we're just joining in on another loop 20 years later.
Oh, this is deep. This was mind blowing. Jesus Christ, dude. That's crazy. I don't know how well you can read that.
Not at all. It looks like enchantment table.
All right, just look on the YouTube stream if you can. Look on your phone.
Oh, what do you want me to look at?
It just says you've been here for 2 decades. And like how they went about that.
Ooh, this is probably my favorite song.
Yep. Me too. That's why I used it in the thingy. But
Like for like a piano song, it's between Midna's Lament, or is it Midna's
Yeah.
Lament?
yeah.
Between this one and Midna's Lament.
Really? Where the fuck? Mm, I don't know. I think Cornfield Chase tops it off. Personally.
That's a good point. That's a good one too.
Okay. Off topic, but yeah. Okay.
All right, what else you got for me?
This is probably just diving too deep, but bro doesn't eat, piss, drink, sleep.
Well, it's like
It's just video game.
just video game stuff,
Okay.
yeah.
Thought so. Thought so. Same thing with like the ammo locations and all that. Just video game stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. And like the moment you've been waiting for me to ask is the red squares.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. So
And I hate to tell you this.
they mean nothing.
No, but they either mean nothing or we just nobody knows.
Okay.
There's not a solid meaning that people really know. If you want my opinion, why they're red in a square, I don't know. It's probably just a video game thing.
Sure.
But what they represent, it's like James just like internalizing or just like disassociating for a second. Because if you remember, when you did it in front of Maria, she's like,
James, what are you doing?
What-
You like
what the
kind of
fuck was
zoned
that?
out. You like zoned out for
Yeah.
a second.
It's like he's already like in denial, but that's just him like disassociating.
Cool. Cool.
But yeah, why they're red in a square, I don't know. I don't
Okay.
think anybody really knows.
Sure.
And why there's 9 of them at the end of the game, we also don't know.
Real trap shit. All right.
I mean, maybe somebody figured out, but from my knowledge, we don't know why there was 9 at the end of the game.
Let's take a gander real quick.
Yeah.
See what we come across. Does have a quick theory in Silent Hill 3. They use the seal of Metatron, which is also red and makes Heather's head hurt. To me, either James doesn't know what he's looking at, so it just appears at a red square in his eyes, or it's the red seal drawn on some red paper. Theories I've heard: the square is the same size and shape as Mary's letter. The well is a wishing well, which you can imagine the significance of in this game. Red is important because at least one of the designers was a fan of the Sixth Sense. Okay, so yeah, just theories.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely just theories, and people try to explain it. The inner feelings of characters and stories. Is James Pyramid Head was silent to a hallucination? Loop theory. I think it's representation of the player looking at James, controlling him with the loop theory in mind. Fourth wall break. The letter from Mary we tag along with James to Silent Hill because of a letter. Letters are written on a square piece of paper. The letter was a defense mechanism for James' repression until we found the truth. The last save point, where there are several of them, may be the last attempt to hold on to this false sense of security before you face Pyramid Head for the last time. It represents James's repression and his safe spot, and we share this safe spot because we save our progress there. It's a reminder as to what the journey was about to begin with. Jesus Christ.
That's a really good theory. I like that.
So I probably said it really horribly, so I'm just going to send it in the Discord chat. How do I do that?
I think that makes a lot of sense, actually. I never thought about it representing the letter from Mary.
Yeah, that's at least the common one I see amongst the community so far from the 3 searches, but yeah,
Yeah.
same size as the letter from Mary.
Oh man, what else was I gonna say? Mm. I think I'm just waiting for any more questions.
I found it very weird how we've gone through lots of transitions. That's happened so many times where, I mean, look at the museum. That's probably my favorite one, where it's a very, like, disturbingly long hallway. And it took forever for that transition to take place. But then in cases where after we finish watching a clip of Mary die, we kill Mary, it just changes the room around us, and that's never happened.
So, basically, when James gets to the hotel, he still has that hope.
Okay.
And it plays into one of your original theories where, like, it's a place stuck in time.
Okay.
Yeah, well, actually, when you said that, when you got to the hotel originally, you said a couple of times that it looked like a place stuck in time.
Yeah.
So it's like that last little bit of denial that James has. When you get there, the hotel looks a little run down, but it looks perfectly fine. Looks clean, right?
Yeah, for the most part. There was like a few areas. Something that really threw me off for sure was curtains do not block out that much light, but
Yeah.
I don't know. That's probably just overanalyzing.
And right after James watches the tape, he finally accepts, like, this is what happened to Mary. He's no longer in denial and all of that, like,
Denial
hope.
unraveling? Is that what I heard?
Yeah.
Oh, I got a
Yeah.
song for you. Where's it at?
And basically, once it hits him, the hope is gone. So, like, the pretty hotel is showing what it really is. It's run down, it's gone, it's no longer how it used to be. Ain't no way.
Just saying. But yeah. Okay, so it's a denial thing.
Yeah, it's like up until the last second. Yeah.
Cool. Very cool stuff. Let's see what else we can think of. So I did do research on one thing to get a different ending. One of the first puzzles we do is like the coin puzzle where you get like the 3 coins at the end, where it's like who's at fault, who's to blame, and you get to choose. And I didn't realize that until now.
Oh, and that actually plays into an ending?
Yeah. So depending on what
okay,
coin
so
you
then
choose. So like,
go ahead.
There's the icon of sin. I forgot the coin puzzle, but I can just bring it up real quick actually.
So then, yeah, you're probably right. That hangman puzzle probably does play into an ending.
Yeah. So like, you get to choose from the 3 coins. And you scroll down just a little bit. Puzzle. Ending influence. It may strike you as strange that the last step of this puzzle asks you to make a judgment call. On all 3 difficulties, the last ends of the opponent asks you to determine who's to blame for this tragedy. Is it the man for being too slow to react, the woman for not paying attention to her environment, or the snake for attacking the woman? Your choice here will slightly influence your chances of getting one of the 3 normal endings to Silent Hill 2 Remake. On a fresh run, pick whatever feels right to you, but if you're replaying the game in hopes of getting a new dialogue, it can be useful to know what does and doesn't matter. Spoilers below.
So yeah, everybody, their first playthrough gets the ending you got.
Really?
I believe that's the way the game is programmed. The first time you play, that's the ending you get.
So this says something different. As per recent data mining of the PC version, picking the man inches you towards in water. Pick the woman to move closer to Maria, and pick the snake if you're aiming for leave. And I got the ending leave because I chose snake. I don't know.
I guess then yeah, maybe you can get a different ending your first playthrough. I'm not too sure on that, but yeah, there's different endings.
Okay.
Basically, the leave ending is like the good ending. James accepts what happened. Mary forgives him. He lives happily ever after.
Yeah. I kind of felt like I got like a neutral ending, but now that hearing that, it does make sense. Like when Mary said, or no, when James said, "I hate you." Like, I genuinely hate you. And she's just like, then why did you come back? Like, that was very interesting. But whenever you're ready, if you got nothing else to throw out, we can watch the rest of the endings.
How did you like the game? Did I hype it up too much? How did you like it? Do you think it was a good representation of like a person's trauma of being a bad person?
So, you introduced this game with very little to give me. You said this plays into psychological effects very well. And I think I focused too hard on trying to find the psychological effects that I almost clouded my judgment. I was trying so hard to be like, what are the psychological effects? Sure, I see things that symbolize it, but like, I never really took the second to realize maybe this is about James's psyche. Or I mean,
Like you thought it was just about like psychology in general, not specifically James?
I think it was about, I thought like originally before realizing the ending that it was just about psychology in general. Like, yeah, we were the main character, but Angela had her shit and Laura had her shit and everyone had their shit. And I kind of thought it was like just like based on that. But no, it was more based on why we are here and the effects that this place has on us. But I mean, it brought me to the right conclusions, so I'm not disappointed.
And in terms of like what you got from the game, like the experience itself.
It was different. A lot of games you can definitely predict what's going to happen. You can kind of just like be like, oh, it's this kind of game, we do this and then this happens, and oh, you can kind of just predict things. And then with Silent Hill, it's like, hey, so the whole predicting thing, so we're not going to do that where it's like you're going to get this experience and try to guess what's going to happen. It's like we're going to give you an experience and you're going to have to figure out what it means. So I like that a lot.
I got one really interesting question for you before we head on to the endings.
Alrighty.
Did it give you any new philosophy?
Any new what?
Did you walk away with any new philosophy?
New? No. Influenced what I currently believe? Yes.
That's what I'm asking.
Yeah. huge change in my beliefs, for sure. I've always believed that we see the world how we choose to see the world. You can trick your mind into believing crazy things. And this just only solidified that idea.
Yeah.
It sucks because, like, people hear that, like, I'm not religious, and then it's like, oh, you're not Christian? You just, like, think that, like, everything goes dark when you die? I'm like, look, I'm a very logical person, and I respect everyone who has faith and sees something to help them.
Mm-hmm.
My concern with religion is that there is so many different religions that there can't just be one correct religion. Or
Right.
sure, you can make the theory that they're all right. They're all right. Yeah, in their own way. I think that all these religions, Christianity, Hinduism, all of them have a connecting factor that they are worshiping and supporting this one thing. They're just doing it through their own lenses.
Right.
Almost as if I were to be religious, I probably would be Hindu, because I like a lot of their ideas. Their Dharma, Karma, Nirvana. It's like all very cool things. I'm like, huh, this makes sense. Do I think Hinduism's more right than Christianity? No. I think we all have like this idea altogether that there is something. Can't comprehend it, and there's no solid evidence. Thus, I guess you can say I'm Satanist. Where, yeah, there is something afterwards. Can't comprehend it, but yeah, there is something. And we're all kind of right in our own ways.
Yeah, it's so hard. It's so touchy to get into religion because, like, no matter how right you think you are about a religion,
Yeah.
there's like a million different interpretations of the one religion too.
Yeah. Like, oh yeah, back in 238 AD, I stole apples from this dude and now I'm in hell. You stole apples and went to hell? Bro, I've like gotten away with third-degree murders and I just forgave myself in jail and I'm here. Or like I see a lot of memes where it's like, imagine going to hell for not believing a religion that's going to exist in 2,000 years.
It's like it's just so yeah. There's stupid parts. There's parts that make sense.
Yeah. Yeah. And that's why I just think it's just something we can't comprehend. It can't, like, it can make sense and not make sense, and that's okay. We just can't comprehend it. Like, I don't think everything just goes dark when we die and there's nothing out there. There is something, but I'm not going to pick and choose and say that, oh yeah, this one's right. But,
For me, what I took away from the game is just how much suffering people can put out and how much suffering people go through.
yeah. I don't think I gave
That's
you a
like-
solid answer on what I thought. I kind of just, like, beat around the bush.
Well, for, like the biggest thing that I was paying attention to is like how bad of a person James is. It's like
Yeah.
from the obvious killing his wife, but like the deeper representations of like how perverted he is.
Yeah.
And it's like specifically the bubblehead nurse. It's like, dude, your wife is dying, and you're having fantasies about the nurses.
Yeah. Yeah, for sure. But
And it's like what happened to Angela, or like how Eddie gets bullied and he kills people.
yeah, that's good points. But the biggest thing that I do take away is you can really change the way you see this world just on your own beliefs.
Yeah.
And it almost like the game does a great job by like, hey, there's all these mental struggles and mental health issues. We're going to visualize those now. Just to show that, like, this is a visual representation of how, like, what you do is going to change your view on things. And that's exactly what the game did. It's like, James, he thought this way. And so the game was like, all right, cool. We're going to show you that.
You know, it's a really good takeaway.
Yeah.
I never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
I think it is a brilliant representation of people in general.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure.
Like, just how dark and depressing people can get in their own minds.
How horrible people can be, yet they seem just like everyone else.
Exactly.
Very cool. But overall, story, yeah, easy 10 out of 10. It's great. It's really hard to find games nowadays that aren't half well built and microtransactions and shit. So when one does come around, it's really good.
Yeah.
I told you.
In my restless dreams.
Yep, that's the normal ending. I think it's
I
the
told the
longest
prince.
one too.
Like
In the water ending.
I miss you so much.
This one, in my opinion, is the saddest one.
I tried. I really did, but I can't. Just can't go on without you.
Regret.
I can't forgive myself for what I've done.
Pulls out the 9.
I know this isn't what you would want. But I guess it doesn't matter anymore. You're not here. Are you?
No.
You notice he's looking in the back seat.
Yeah. Body. It's gonna show it, right?
I didn't put it in. I'll get the extension cord for you.
No. You're not.
But yeah, he can't even bring himself to look in the back seat at what he's done.
That's his car. Let's see to a bridge. Okay.
in my restless dreams, I see that town. Silent Hill. You promised you'd take me there again someday. But you never did. Well, I'm alone there now. In our special place. Waiting for you to come and see me. But you never do. So, I wait. Wrapped in my cocoon of pain and loneliness. I know, I've done a terrible thing to you. I wish I could change that, but I can't. I feel so pathetic and ugly laying here. Every day I stare up at the cracks in the ceiling, and all I can think about is how unfair it is. The doctor came today. Told me I could go home for a short stay. It's not that I'm getting better. It's just that this could be my last chance. Even so, I'm glad to be coming home. I missed you so much. But I'm afraid, James. I'm afraid you don't really want me to come home. Every time you come to see me, I can tell how hard it is on you. I don't know if you hate me or pity me. Maybe I just disgust you. I'm so sorry. When I first learned I was gonna die, I couldn't accept it. I was so angry. I struck out at everyone I loved. Especially you. And that's why I understand if you hate me. But I want you to know, I will always love you. Even though our life together had to end like this, I still wouldn't trade it for the world. Well, this letter has gone on too long.
Very similar
So,
to
I'll
the
say
first
goodbye.
ending.
I told the nurse to give this to you after I'm gone. Which means that as you're reading this, I'm already dead. But that's okay.
Yeah, same as the
I'm
first
not
one,
afraid of
except
it
James
anymore.
gives up.
Yeah.
I just hope the pain will end soon. So that you remember me for who I was.
Okay, so
And
it's
you
just a letter.
food for me. James.
Maria ending.
Alright, so the way you get this one is if you, I believe if you're making sure she never gets hit, you're always by her side, you're responding to every piece of dialogue.
Okay. Do you give your full attention to her? Makes sense.
Yeah.
What is this?
Is what you've been looking for.
For Laura?
Let's go.
Oh, by the way, that's Eddie's van.
Cool. I guess Angela just walked.
Yeah.
Better do something about that cough.
Makes no sense. Makes no. I thought Maria. She is real, but she's not. What?
He is real, remember?
She died like 3 times.
Like-
I don't understand.
Yeah, but the town created her. So in this ending, James just wants something to fill the void. So he's just gonna take Maria,
Okay.
And if you notice, he's just like, you better do something about that cough.
Yeah.
Basically, James learned nothing. He's going to do the exact same thing all over again.
I think that's what the top comment just said right now. That didn't feel like concern. That felt like a threat and a warning. Jesus. Okay.
Yeah, James learns nothing. Stays stupid.
Stay stupid. Cool. Solid ending.
Stupid and selfish.
What the? Wait.
This is the-
Easter egg ending?
Yeah, there's a dog ending.
Dog. What?
Fuck that shit.
Nie. To nie może być prawda.
Yeah, this is just a joke ending. It was in the original game too.
That's cool. Looks like you can get it pretty early on in your playthrough.
Yeah, you can get it early in the playthrough, but I think you need to get like a couple other endings before you even can unlock it.
Groovy.
Ooh, that
UFO ending. Oh, wait. What? Okay, so we're at the hotel. Dog, what?
this was pretty funny.
Fuck.
So that's how James looked in the original game.
Oh, okay. I'm the real you. Dog. Looks faded off the Josh. But now it's time to come home. We can be together. Finn.
So actually, in the original game, the UFO ending was still an ending, but it was the guy from the first game.
Like, I'm you from space.
Hello?
Hello. So in the first game, he was just like, I'm you from space.
No, in the original Silent Hill 2, The guy that comes out of the spaceship isn't James, it's the character in the first game.
What
And in the
character?
first game, I forget his name, but it's basically the main character in the first game.
Oh, Silent Hill 1.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So I mean, these are joke endings, though.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay. Rebirth ending.
This one is interesting.
Mary. You look so peaceful. Forgive me for waking you. But without you, I just can't go on. This town, Silent Hill. The old gods haven't left this place. And they still grant power to those who venerate them.
I did not see the
Power to
light.
defy even death. Mary.
What?
Sorry.
What? I need to know the joke.
Africa.
Light, that's another works, you know.
Mexico.
The black.
I'm sorry. I don't know why that made me think of it.
All right, so to elaborate on that one,
Yeah.
remember how I told you way at the beginning that Silent Hill is a real place and there's
Yeah.
cult stuff going on there?
Yeah.
So the second game, literally there's only like bits and pieces if you find it and read it. But in the first game, it's all about the cult. Same thing with the third game.
Okay.
There's like a big old cult in Silent Hill. They're doing weird stuff. They're trying to get the power of God, basically.
Okay.
And to get this ending, you basically find a book. And in the book, it tells you, oh, if you gather these 3 things, you will have great power, even power to bring people back to life.
Okay. Okay. That's cool. Makes sense. Stillness ending. Similar to the car scene from the...
Ooh, this
Water.
one's also pretty sad.
So it's the stillness ending.
I tried. I really did, but I can't go on without you. I can't forgive myself for what I've done.
I know.
Oh!
What's wrong, honey?
From the back seat.
Hard to tell, but...
I miss you so much. I'm sorry. I am so sorry.
It's okay.
Will you wait for me?
James. I've always been waiting for you.
Very similar, except this time he's if it starts the dialogue, then I'll just skip through. Okay, interesting.
That one, the first. Go ahead.
We didn't get Mary dialogue. I don't think it's too important, but the first one, it's like he's given up, and so that's why he's killing himself. This time, he's killing himself in hopes to see Mary again, I think.
Yeah.
Okay.
The first time I saw that one, it got me. I mean, that guy, he did a really good job. The actor.
Yeah, for sure. All right, and now we have Bliss ending. Hold on. How does he still have the paint can? He has a lot of stuff. What the hell?
It was funny. We're just like, you have to turn on the TV.
Are you taping again? Come on.
Is this not Silent Hill?
What are you talking about?
The hotel's not in Silent Hill?
The hotel is in Silent Hill.
Okay, I think I'm missing something here. Mary said she never went to Silent Hill. Like, James never took her there.
Took her back.
They're back?
This is the first time. Yeah, they've been to Silent Hill before.
Oh, okay.
And every time she mentions going there, like taking her back because she loved Silent Hill so much.
Okay, okay. So this video is from when they went the first time.
Yeah.
Okay. I was under the impression she's never been to Silent Hill.
I don't know why, but I just love it here. It's so peaceful. You know what I heard? This whole area used to be a sacred place. I think I can see why.
It's too bad we have to leave. Promise you'll take me again, James.
I promise.
Slight little detail. His voice wasn't distorted. It sounded like he said that in real life.
You watching?
Come on, we need to finish packing.
If you remember, this is about where the videotape cuts off in the
Correct.
original.
Correct.
James, honey, did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine. Everything's fine.
Huh.
Chooses to live in the bliss of ignorance.
So this is symbolizing that he never came to Silent Hill.
This is symbolizing that he never accepted the truth of what he did.
Thus, he never came to Silent Hill.
No, he never killed Mary. Nothing bad happened. He's back with Mary. It's easy going.
So
That's why
Mary.
he's like
Yeah.
fully delusional. He fully believes that nothing bad happened and he found Mary.
So where's he at right now?
Just believing that he's with Mary. This is just representing that he's no longer in the real world. He's gone. Fully in his own denial. Never realizing what he did. Or accepting what he did.
That is pretty cool. That was pretty cool. Yeah, I think that's my favorite ending. I mean,
Really?
not for the purpose of like what it is, but for the purpose of like how unexpected it is. Like you would expect James to kill himself. You would expect James to live in denial, or expect James to overcome it and live happily ever after. You would never expect James to just be like, "Oh yeah, that never happened," and get consumed by it.
Yeah, just fully live in this false reality that he's created.
Not even like pretending to be delusional, not even pretending to like just lie to yourself, but to convince yourself to genuinely believe that nothing happened. I find that fascinating.
And that's why when he's talking, it's like he's there.
Yeah.
But Maria is still like it's coming through the TV.
Yeah. Yeah. I mean, I guess the best ending is, yeah, he comes to terms with what he did. He learns, and yeah, it's a good ending. This is the most surprising ending. Like, I know it's very uncommon, but just imagine you are doing a playthrough trying to find another ending and you get to this part of the game. Like, that would scare me. I'd be like, what the fuck? Like, I would genuinely be scared, like, dude, that's not what happened. And then the game just ends there. I'd be like, wow.
It would be crazy if you could get that ending, but
Yeah.
you have to do like a couple different endings first before you can even get to that one.
Like, if we got this ending, I played through the whole game, and then you're like, all right, Ruben, I want you to replay through the whole game, but do these steps. And I do those steps until I got to that point, I would have been like, so holy shit.
Yeah. Yeah.
That was and you said he's just consumed by denial that he's not even here anymore.
Fully believing his own shit, basically. And basically, Silent Hill is just like, okay, have it.
How I interpreted it is that this happens in every timeline. He goes to the camera and he says this.
James, honey, did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine.
I feel like that is how like the video ends. Hold on. I gotta pull up.
I think in the original video, it doesn't even, it cuts off before you even see James.
No, I don't think so. I gotta watch that.
Yeah, I'm just starting you off, but you're about to go into an even deeper rabbit hole about this game.
Come on. Know what I heard?
See that?
Yeah, he's holding a pillow.
Oh my god. Okay, you're gonna hate me.
Did you think it was Pyramid
Yeah.
Head?
I thought he was Pyramid Head for the wrong reason.
Oh no.
But not entirely, of course, but that kind of like even that like right there.
Yeah, I could see that.
Okay, so that was I think I was at that point mentally where I wanted to believe he was the Pyramid Head. So my brain was just looking for anything that resembled that.
I mean, your intuition still caught it.
It's a perfect example of how your brain can convince you about something.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I did still catch it. It just like really this scene I thought I saw Pyramid Head for a second, and that's just what really cemented or forced it solidified that idea where I was like, okay, yeah, I am
Reinforced your idea.
It reinforced my idea when I saw that. I was like, I'm Pyramid Head. But in the wrong way, but still.
I do think you're
Huh?
I do think you're onto something. I want to believe I saw a video. If you look closely enough, the developers purposely add a scene where James does look like Pyramid Head, but it's like a split second frame. I'm not sure.
I mean, just looks like Mary's laying down, comes in with a pillow. I don't know, dude. It just like symbolizes that like that's what it's trying to tell us.
Also, did you catch how James got the visual idea for Pyramid Head?
That's a great question. No idea.
You remember, all of these things are created because of it's from
Yeah.
James's mind.
Correct.
Did you ever think about why Pyramid Head looks the way he does?
I could say Ku Klux Klan, but I don't know.
So, if you remember back at the Historical Society,
Yeah.
James has been there already. Him and Mary have already been to the town, so they've visited the Historical Society museum.
And that guy in the picture looked like Pyramid Head.
Yep, you remember.
Yeah. I thought that was Pyramid Head.
So basically, James sees that guy in the picture is a executioner.
Okay.
Like in the lore of Silent Hill, that's just what the executioners looked like. It looked like a hood, like the executioner's hood.
Yep.
So that little seed is planted in James's mind so that once he needs something to punish him, it kind of rolls up with that executioner picture that he saw.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's why Pyramid Head looks the way he does.
Yeah. Yeah. 100%. Trying to think if there's anything else. So. Okay, so maybe I was wrong.
Did something happen?
Oh, no, it's fine.
So no, you're right. You're right. He just in this version, this timeline per se, he has rationalized to the point of no return.
Yeah, he's just completely just enveloped in his own
false beliefs.
Yeah.
Very interesting game. You don't get that. I was expecting surprisingly a lot, and I got a lot. I mean, you hyped up the game where it's like, yeah, like there's this. I'm like, okay, and I just had high expectations, and yeah, high expectations met.
High expectations met.
High expectations met.
I'm happy to hear that.
There was a lot of things that I didn't want to believe. So like the whole like the biggest one early on was the whole all the enemies in the game were female. And like I didn't want to believe that had a meaning. I just wanted to think it was like, maybe it was just some perverted thing they did back in like the early 2000s. But it's like, no, that has meaning. I'm like, okay. Just little things like that, I just didn't want to believe.
How come you didn't want to believe that?
Just the game makes you build so much empathy for James. You just don't want.
Oh, like at first, you don't want to think he's a bad guy.
Right? Yeah. So like all these things that I have theories on, like I just don't want to believe it, and that's why I don't go into more depth about it. But it's like,
you see how the game puts you in James's shoes, like you're creating your own denial about James. Oh my god, it's such a smart game.
It's perfect. The puzzles were perfect. Like it was the perfect amount of, hey, you need to use your brain to solve these puzzles, not like to the point where pieces of fucking paper have me spinning in circles.
Did we talk about it one more time?
Oh boy. Okay. Sure.
The X-ray puzzle.
It was 3 a.m. I worked a 11-hour shift. And you can see my dead expression of how I just wanted this to just work, and it wouldn't. I was thinking too hard. I don't even remember which part it was from, but if I had to guess,
I think it was part 2.
Part 2? No, I definitely had face cam for sure. I had face cam for sure. There we go.
Oh my god, yep, there it is.
This tells me nothing.
This tells me nothing. This 40 minutes. I also loved that in part 10, during the ending, you're just like, gazebo.
Gazebo.
Yeah.
I didn't want to overdo it, so I'm just like.
But it's funny, it's like
with like scratches on it.
It's like the third time you saw a gazebo, you're just like, you didn't say it. You're just like, oh hey, a gazebo.
Damn.
Click Roman numerals.
Yeah, I don't know what the fuck you were going on about these Roman numerals.
Dude, XIV, bro, you don't see that?
But no, but like you go up to the whiteboard or to the X-ray board, and there's scratches and tape and lines. It's like you didn't. It literally, it couldn't have said, "Hey, put me right here," any easier. It's like all those black lines. It's like obviously you flip that around and it makes an X. I could see you giving up hope.
Alright, let's do this. We're just gonna go.
Like you tried so hard to take it seriously, but you could just tell that you did not have the processing power.
Look, I was on to something. I was on to something. See?
That's probably the closest one. Is that?
Yeah, once you started that, I was like, oh my god, he's finally gonna get it. And then no, you didn't get it for another 40 minutes.
Holy shit. Holy shit, bro. I'm falling asleep.
Is that what that is?
I don't know what it is. I think it is me just like
You
putting my
could-
head down. I'm looking around like I'm missing something. I'm determined though. You gotta give me that. I'm determined.
You got it. You did get it.
Dude, I'm losing it. Holy shit. This is bad. This is bad. Oh no, dude. Why did I move it?
You kept on moving it. I think you went through every single possible combination you could have had on that board.
I'm losing it.
Anything. We're gonna 12. Scared the. Oh my god, that fucking jump scared me. Holy shit! I don't know why that scared the fuck out of me, dude. Oh, that scared the shit out of me. Hey, Ruben. So, scariest part about the game? Numbers.
Horrible,
That's
dude.
funny. That is the one and only time you got scared.
No. There's no other jump scares besides maybe the dude just running.
Yeah.
That was the
And then you
voice.
kept on moving it.
I wanted to see.
Just
I don't know.
how long was that? That took 40 minutes, dude. Oh my god. It's 2 in the morning.
What was your reaction to that pyramid head scene where they kill Mary like the third time when you're like, fuck you?
What?
Go to part 10. Let's watch this real quick and then I'm gonna go to bed.
If it's Mary, I'm gonna go on Instagram Live and do something bad.
That was funny.
Okay, when they kill Mary again?
Yeah, the thumbnail part.
Oh, okay. Oh, I was like, Rudy, fuck you.
It's way far back than that.
Oh, is it?
Leave her alone.
God damn it, man.
Leave us both the hell alone.
Ku Klux Klan. Fuck you, Rudy. Fuck you. Fuck you.
Are you wondering what that thumbnail was? Is that why it bothers?
Here's what bothered me is that I thought that I was in another realm. I didn't realize this was his fucking flashlight. I thought that was just like an orb of light. I'm like, huh? Like, he's mad that there's an orb of light in front of him. And then I realized that's when Maria dies. I'm like, okay, yeah. Great.
The orb of confusion.
Dude, it's the orb of confusion.
All right, well, any closing statements?
Oops. I'm not on speed. No closing statements. We will
that would lead him to his beloved.
we'll end it there.
On that night, however,
We will
shone
end it
so
there.
bright and so vibrant, stronger than any candle could. The moon shone so bright and
Oh,
so
then we'll be able to get it.
Wait, whoa, what? What was? What?
You never noticed that?
No, I didn't notice that.
On that night, however, the moon shone so bright and so vibrant, stronger than any candle could.
What was that?
You can't read it?
No.
All right, I'll try one more time, and I'll have to leave it up to you.
So vibrant,
Hold down the space bar.
stronger than any candle.
It did. Didn't work.
However, the moon shone so bright and
It just fast forwards it.
stronger
Oh.
on that night, however,
Did it say I heart Maria?
shone so bright and so vibrant, stronger than
It says, I hate Maria.
any candle could. Filling the lights with
But I'll end it there. That wraps up the Silent Hill part 11 part playthrough. Part 11-10.
All right, I'll leave it on this before I let you go.
Okay.
I have a couple more must-play single-player games for you to go through.
Sure. What's the list?
All right, so a quick one before you jump into a really long game is going to be mouth-washing.
Already played it. Okay.
And
All right.
the other one I would recommend is Fran Bow. Have you heard of that one?
Ranbo?
Fran
Fran.
Bow.
Is that a quick
Those
one?
two. No.
Okay. Okay.
All right. Well, keep watching Silent Hill videos.
Alrighty. We will leave it there. I will talk to you later then.
All right. Later.
Later. And that is Silent Hill. I enjoyed it.